Okay, hello everybody. I think I'm live. I'm still getting used to going live here on YouTube. I've only done it a few times. I am in Maine in a hostel. Right now, my videos, I'm still in the whites, but spoiler, I've made it through. I made it through them. So I took a 0 today, feeling pretty good. Can't believe I'm getting close to the end. So hello everybody, everyone's saying hi. Yeah, I didn't prep any questions for this live, so I'm hoping you guys just pop them in the chat, like anything you want to know. I was thinking I could probably talk about some gear or how my legs are doing and like how I'm holding up and everything. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to hear about. Oops, and I will try to monitor these questions as I go. Okay. Hey Stella, what has been the toughest challenge about the whites? Ooh. They were so hard. It's been so challenging. I think the really steep climbs have been super tough. We had one really bad weather day that was pretty traumatic feeling. Just like by the end, it was really long and we were all okay, but it definitely had moments where I was like, this is so dangerous and scary and hard to keep going. So you'll have to stay tuned for those, or for that day, you know, to find out more. Hi everybody, thanks for the happy birthdays. I had a really great day. So thankful for that. Lots of hellos. Thank you. The whites were amazing. I am beyond the whites now. Let's see. So, oh yeah, okay. So how's the hyperlight? I switched from a Z-Packs backpack back in Pennsylvania, and I've had that Z-Packs backpack for the entire Pacific Crest Trail. And then on the CDT, like I haven't done the whole CDT, but during my time on the CDT, I tried out different backpacks. But I went back to my original Z-Packs backpack for this trail, but it was like holding on like by a thread. Many threads of Dyneema were coming apart. And anyways, it was time to get a new backpack and retire my Z-Packs. And so back in Pennsylvania, Hyperlight sent me a backpack. And that was awesome because I've never tried a Hyperlight backpack. And so I got to, I've been able to use that backpack since Pennsylvania, and I've actually really enjoyed it. At first, it was kind of hard to get used to, like how structured the tube is. Like the whole backpack is like pretty long, and I tend to roll it down quite a bit, and I rarely use up all the space. It's like a 40-liter unbound Hyperlight backpack, and so that was like kind of an adjustment, but there's an internal frame, and so far it's like been really good. So I'm thankful for it. Okay, let me look for more questions. Yeah, and just so you guys know, Leffy's in the comments here, so if you see any ridiculous comments, it's probably Leffy from the other room. Let's see. Okay. Hi, Nix, did your sister send your tent? She didn't actually, so I still have my tarp, but I've just been sleeping in shelters, and then there's been a couple nights where actually Leffy let me sleep in his tent with him because he has a 2-person. So on nights when I was like, it might rain and there's like a crap ton of bugs. And actually I think it was, I don't know, like a platform thing. So I have thought about getting my tent back, but it hasn't, I mean, I've also stayed in like hostels a lot more. So still carrying just my tarp. Let's see. How are your knees? Did you try KT tape? I haven't tried KT tape. I did try compression sleeves, and the compression sleeves, I feel like they worked really well. Like my knees felt stronger and more supported, but then they were chafing the back of my knees really bad and it was just too uncomfortable. So I stopped wearing them. I haven't tried KT tape and I should try them, but the swelling is going down. I think that also might be aligned with doing less miles and taking more zeros. I took 3 zeros in May and now it's my first zero in June and it's the beginning. So I think that's been really good. Okay. So it's been great watching your journey. Thank you. The highs and the lows. Can't wait to see you summit Katahdin. Thank you so much. Wow, past the white, so exciting. How are your knees doing? Just wondering because those climbs. Yeah, the climbs have been tough. Like the descents are the worst for my knees because it's just like my kneecaps are just so like tender still. And what I really need is time off, like a full week of not hiking, but I'm so close to the end that at this point I'm just doing my best to keep them healthy enough to make it through and not like totally damage them. um um when do you predict the day you'll finish? So definitely more than a week. So definitely probably closer to 2 weeks. We'll see. I can't wait to see you doing the Husik notch in the arm. Oh my goodness. I honestly didn't even realize the Husik notch was a thing. I've watched AT vloggers, but maybe I just haven't gotten all the way through to like when they get up here or something because I just didn't realize the Husik notch and the arm. Those were tough days for sure. But yeah, you'll have to stay tuned for like how those went and everything. Hey Stella, what brand of sun shirt do you wear? My sun shirt is actually one of my favorite pieces of gear. I absolutely love it. I do not think I will ever switch. Like, I need to retire it soon. I wore it for 1,000 miles on the CDT and maybe more than that actually. Yeah, maybe like my whole all the hikes I did on the CDT I was wearing it. So like 1,200 miles. But anyways, and then this entire trail, and it's so good. It's an Outdoor Research Astroman hoodie. Yeah, it is so good. I highly recommend that sun hoodie. And no, they didn't send it to me. I bought it, but it would be very cool if they did because Outdoor Research is an amazing brand. Okay. Kind of reading through these. Thank you for all of your questions and comments. Are you considering any trails in Canada? Oh my gosh. Not really. I think I would love to visit Banff and like do some hiking in Canada and maybe like become more aware of treks in Canada, but at this point nothing's like currently on the schedule. Are you still hiking with Coyote? Pretty much. I mean, we keep hiking on and off like we've done the whole trail. It'll be like, okay, goodbye, maybe I won't see you again. And then like a day and a half later, we catch him. So usually we catch him. We're getting close to the end though, down to the wire. So it'll be really sad if we don't summit together, but his deadline actually got pushed up. So it's very possible that we said goodbye to him for the last time, which is sad. And I hope that we catch him because it'd be so fun to summit because we've hiked so much of the trail together. Do you miss Tally as much as I do? Yes. Oh my gosh, it was so fun having him. Do you regret starting your thru hike so early? Are you happy with your start date? I'm really happy with my start date. I think the heat would have really challenged me like so much because like I've gone through a few hot waves, like probably a good 3 weeks in different times of like really, really hot weather. And I think that some of those days have been like the most challenging days, like heat and bugs. Those are really bad for me. So I'm happy with um, my start date being in February, um, because I do well in the cold, and it was also a pretty mild winter, so I got kind of lucky that I didn't have too many bad winter storms that I had to get off trail for or anything like that. So, and then I also do like that the trail is so empty, but I also know that like it's kind of weird to be at this point in the trail and have like the hiker bubble be like me and Coyote. It's like that's it, There's been like maybe like five others, and then now Leffy's joined us, and we've been hiking with him for the past like 3 weeks or so, and that's been great. Or maybe more than that. Um so yeah, the hiker bubble, and um it would be fun to meet more people, and it's weird that it's been so solo, but also kind of nice. Um okay. Aw. Hello, Miss Stella. I love watching you kick butt every morning on my couch. Thank you. You'll be hiking again. Will you be hiking again when you're in Washington? I'd be down to meet up. Christy would definitely love to see you. I will be in Washington at some point this summer. All of my stuff is in storage there, and I am going to move to Colorado. So I'm originally from Colorado. My mom still lives there, and I have some friends in different parts of the state in Colorado. So I will be back in Washington to close my storage unit and move all my stuff. It's going to be it's going to be quite the summer, and definitely transitioning like as mindfully as I can from trail life to normal life, and trying to really take in like everything, like soak in like everything the trail is meant to me, and like all of the lessons that it's been teaching me, even though it just feels like it's been a challenge. And um so lots of processing and all that like this summer, along with moving and transitioning into normal life. Okay, so looking at more questions. And thank you so much for Trail Magic, for the virtual Trail Magic. Those of you sending that. What are your after trail plans? So, kind of, like I said, I have to close my storage unit and move to Colorado, but I also am going to spend a little bit of time in Maine and kind of celebrate here and just try to relax. And like, uh, I don't know. I've been taking more days off, but I'm really looking forward to like some deep rest and like, you know, time for reflection and time for journaling and everything, right after the trail. So I want to do that before I like really get moving. Then I'm going to fly to Orlando, and that's where my car is and some of my other stuff because my sister lives there. So I'll spend some time with friends and family in Florida, and then drive to Colorado, then fly to Seattle. So it's going to be kind of a crazy, crazy uh summer after this. Also, I do want to do some section hiking on the CDT and see like if I can puzzle piece some more sections of it, like and work on completing it. Okay. Just joining. Make sure you get an authentic Maine whoopie pie if you haven't already. Yeah, I didn't realize that whoopie pies are like a Maine thing. I did have one at someone, I think, in Gorham, actually. So you guys will see me get to Gorham soon. And I did have one at one of the restaurants, so that was awesome. Oh yeah, great place to visit post hike is Acadia National Park. Actually, that's like one of the areas I'm kind of looking at, so hopefully that will happen. Let's see. Speaking of trail in real life, I had a friend who hiked the AT in 2014, and he wasn't the same person when he finished the AT. I can see that. Through hiking definitely changes you for sure. I think we'll see how it changes me. If it does, I don't know. Shaw's is great. Okay. Let's see. Aw, thank you guys for all of your nice comments. I'm like reading through them, finding the questions, and I just really appreciate your support. Have you come across any bears? So I haven't seen any bears since I think New York. I saw bears twice. Both of them, both times they were pretty far away. One of the times the bear was like running, and so that was kind of scary, but he was still far enough away, and then I just like made noise and I looked for cubs and it was totally fine. So where are you now? I just tuned in. I'm north of the Whites in Maine. So getting closer to the end. It's crazy. Oh, you are a dog whisperer. My dog loves watching your videos when we watch you on YouTube. That's amazing. Aw. That's funny because I have a hard time with dogs, like, as you guys know, I have to, like, kinda get to know them, and so sometimes, like, when the dogs are off leash, like, some dogs were off leash the other day when we were climbing, we were really close to the top of a peak, and, like, there was, like, 5 dogs that were off leash, and one of them barked, like, really, really aggressively at me, and then I fell backwards. I didn't, like, get hurt, and it was kind of like it wasn't, like, that bad of a fall or anything, but it was just, like, I got scared, and then Luffy was standing in front of me because I, like, didn't want the dog to jump all over me. Because I don't know, they're just like, it's, yeah. So sometimes I really don't like my interactions with dogs out here, but sometimes that's really great. Like with Tally, that was amazing. Oh, thank you guys for the trail magic and all the hi hellos. And my friend India's here, so hi. I can't wait to catch up with you. I miss you. How many miles total have you gone? So I'm not gonna say total mileage just to keep the like exact location private, I guess, you know, whatever. But many miles. Getting close to the end. Let's see. Okay, looking for more questions. Oh yeah, I actually tried a Moxie. So someone mentioned I should try a Moxie, and they're like a soda. I absolutely have never heard of these sodas. They taste like bottle caps, like those like old candies that are powdered, kind of weird, kind of sweet tart textured candies. There's like a canned soda here that I think tastes like those candies, and we tried it, Leffy and I, because we were in this town, in this really, really small, super, super small town, super small market that was like one market, one restaurant town, all in one. And there was this like um, local, really, really nice guy, and he was like, you have to try a Moxie. And so we did, and that was cool. Oh, I hate Moxie, LOL. That's funny. From Massachusetts. That's, yeah, I mean, it's definitely seems to be an acquired taste. What kind of shoes do you wear? Okay, great question. So I've been wearing Ultra since the PCT, usually Ultra Lone Peaks, but on the AT I'm doing well, I started in the Ultra Lone Peak like high tops, and now I'm in the Ultra Olympus high tops. So both pairs have been all weather, or I guess I'm on the third pair now. Yeah, on the third pair. So Ultra Olympus high tops, all weather, and I'm wearing men's 10s actually, so my feet are massive, but I also keep them like 2 sizes bigger than I wear in normal life. About 2 sizes, maybe like a size and a half, just to make sure my toes have lots of room. And they have worked really, really well. I also use the Superfeet insoles with them, and I really do love the high tops. Thank you for the happy birthdays and the encouragement from all these different comments coming through. Um, do you know if you'll still be considered a triple crowner if you finish the CDT by section hike, or if they do, or if they have to be done as through hikes? I'd still consider myself a triple crowner if I finish the CDT and section hikes because it's still like walking the whole length. I guess I would give the caveat that like, well, I didn't do the CDT as a whole section. I mean, as a through hike, I did as a section hike, but I'll definitely feel like a triple crowner if I finish the CDT in sections. So, who knows? Who knows these things? How many hiking shoes have you worn out? So, I'm on my third pair, and by the end of the trail, this last pair will have 500 miles. I really should have had one more pair. So I think I wish I would have done 4 pairs instead of 3, but it is what it is. When you say third pair of shoes, is that just on this trip? Yes. So through hiking shoes usually last like 500 miles. 3 to 500 miles. Sometimes it's as soon as you start feeling, I don't know, you can just kind of tell like in your body that your shoes are ready to be changed. Okay, someone asked, what's your favorite trail meal? I've actually really have been loving just soy sauce ramen. The top ramen brand I like the most. It's just like a really comforting dinner. It's like easy, salty. So, and it's light. You can almost find it everywhere. Have you thought about hiking trails in New Zealand? Oh, definitely. Like it looks so beautiful. Like New Zealand looks beautiful, and the Teora, I'm not sure how to say it, but the long trail in New Zealand also looks really beautiful. I don't have any plans at this point, like to put it like for sure on the calendar, but would love to do that. Did you have nice weather on Mount Washington? Yes. So that Mount Washington day, we had really good weather. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but it was really beautiful, and I feel super thankful for it. What is your favorite piece of gear from the trail so far? Uh, I mean, like I said, I really love my sun hoodie. It's just perfect. But then again, if it's humid, oof, nothing feels good if it's like too hot and humid. Like, so I guess my sun hoodie or my backpack. I'm really loving the Hyperlight Unbound 40. It's like awesome. Thank you for the happy birthdays. Let's see, what tarp are you using? So I'm using the Z-Packs, I think it's like Hexamid pocket tarp with the doors. It doesn't have a bottom, and it's shaped like almost just like the Plex Solo. I've only used it a couple handfuls of times out here. If you had to live on the trail, oh, I think I'm missing something. What do you use as a microphone on trail? I just use my phone, so sometimes you guys get a lot of wind, and I feel bad about that. Hopefully that will improve if I go on shorter trips. It's just like hard to like coordinate carrying a microphone that dims the wind sound. So, I mean, you guys hear what I hear. So it's like when it's windy on the videos, it's windy for me. So hopefully I can get better at that. What was your best trail magic? Well, I think that my best trail magic has definitely been like just like the trail angels that have either like followed me on here or followed me on Instagram and then like come and met me personally and like either hosted me or just like brought me meals and I don't know, it's like really, really nice to connect the two worlds of like me sharing and then you guys like responding and commenting and everything. And so I think like it's just has felt so special for people to like take me into their homes, into their family, like life, or um, just like provide support and encouragement. And so I don't think one best trail magic, just like all of the special moments where people have kind of taken me in and been so kind. Um, Hello, everybody joining. Aw, you're always so gracious and show so much gratitude. I don't always feel like I do. I feel sometimes like I'm having a hard time, just balancing like how challenging it is out here and wanting to be more grateful and thankful while also like pushing through really, really tough situations like when you're climbing and it's sweaty and you're wearing a bug head net and you're being swarmed by bugs because that's been lately. It just feels like just keep going, don't give up. It's terrible. This is the worst. But yeah, definitely want to feel grateful because I am grateful. But how many times a day do you eat? Well, that's interesting. A lot. Many times. I pretty much just eat. I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like as soon as I wake up, I have something with my coffee, and then I'll eat like maybe like 3 or 4 snacks before lunch, and then I'll eat lunch, and then I'll have like maybe 2 snacks before dinner, and then I'll have dinner. Aw. Oh, I've been following from the start. What will your fans do after? Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. um, I don't know. I'm still gonna make videos. Hopefully you guys can I'll like make interesting things about the AT that you guys will be interested in. Any gear questions that you have. I definitely want to talk more about like um just mindset stuff and how to be successful, how to overcome fear, like a lot of things that like I've kind of grown to know after I like so many thousands of through hiking miles that I hope that I can help you guys with. And so definitely going to keep making YouTube videos. I know that most of you might drop off because you're here for the AT vlogs, and I absolutely love that because the AT community is so awesome, and it's awesome that you all like follow different hikers every year. Like I've met so many trail angels that are like, oh, like I pick like 4 or 5, vloggers to follow, and I follow their whole journey. And so I definitely know that some of you like might not be interested in like the through hiking or backpacking content that I make after the trail. But definitely would love to, you know, have you still. um, so let's see. Oh, I look forward to your advice about gear and everything you want to share. Thank you. Or everything you learned. Oops. Did you ever figure out what your base weight was after the professor helped you lighten your pack? So I've only weighed my pack a few times, and it was like around, and I don't even think I've weighed it since he took the 5 pounds of gear from me. But I added gear, I added weight with micro spikes. Like right now I have micro spikes with me still, which I need to send. Actually, Susan, one of the trail angels, she let me use those, and I'm going to send them back to her because it just was really convenient for her. So thank you, Susan, if you're watching this. I still have them, and I'm going to send them back to you soon because I hope I don't need them, but we'll see. What's your favorite spot so far? I still love New Jersey. I had a really nice time in New Jersey a couple of the days for sure, but obviously the views up here are just outstanding, like incredible. I've been loving reaching the top of mountains that are completely granite, and so when there's been like a lot of long like ascents up a really large, long like granite slab, I think those have been like amazing. You're an official Jersey girl now. Okay. Have you run into ice and snow in the Whites? Yeah, I did a lot. So you guys will have to wait and see because boy, was there a lot. Ah, hmm. Let's see. Oopsies. Oh no, what did I do? No, cancel that. Let's see. Oh, have you ever watched the famous Stella scene from Streetcar Named Desire? Of course, yes. I have, well, I actually haven't seen the movie, but I've definitely seen the play. But it's very fun. I got it so much when I was a kid, the Stella, but not so much anymore. It needs to come back around. Okay, someone asked, how about your knees? Are they any better? They are getting better. I think I've been doing a lot of icing and then I'm trying to do the stretches as much as I can. Like, I've been messaging Chase Mountains. Well, his YouTube channel is called Chase Mountains. His normal name is just Chase. But check out his channel if you haven't already. I'm sure most of you already know about it because he does like really, really great exercise routines for hikers. And I've been using his advice for like many years now. But I connected with him and he's been helping me like implement some good stretches and like knee exercises to improve my knee situation. But I think the bottom line right now is that I just need time off as soon as I'm done. Let's see. I heard there's snow on Katahdin. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. So I guess, I mean, I think I'm gonna keep carrying the spikes until the end. So if there is snow on Katahdin, hopefully it's not too new. Something about my poems. Oh, yes, poems. Have you, okay, wait. I haven't been writing that many poems. Before the trail, I was like, oh, I'm gonna write a poem every day. It's gonna be amazing, and I'm just gonna reflect on nature. And now I'm just like, okay, hike, just keep making it. You can do it. No, I have tried to like implement some like, you know, time when I'm journaling to like slow down and like really deep think. And that is kind of like time when I would normally write poems, but I just haven't written too many recently. I think like the whole trail, maybe a couple handfuls, but less than I thought. Let's see. Lots of happy birthdays. Thank you. Are you going to write a book about your hiking adventure? Oh, thanks for that question. I don't think I'm going to, but who knows? Like I enjoy writing poems and journaling, so maybe. But nothing's in the works right now. Let's see. Oh, best advice for a newbie backpacker. Oh, welcome. I think my best advice would be find something, like figure out what you love about backpacking. Like when I first started, I discovered that I love lakes and rivers, and then I love time at lakes and rivers. And that really drew me back again and again to backpacking. And now it's like shaped, you know, there's like now there's so many different styles of trips, and I'm like more engaged with the long distance hiking right now. But I definitely want to get back to my roots of like just a nice long weekend where I hike, you know, 7 miles to a beautiful alpine lake and then set up camp there and then spend like 2 days in the backcountry just lounging at the lake, enjoying the beautiful nature and going on short day hikes and things like that. So yeah, for a newbie backpacker, figure out what you love about it and then go for that thing. Like as you're learning all the stuff. Oh, thank you for saying I'm an inspiration. I appreciate that. um, let's see. You need to share your curry recipe. I remember seeing you make it. Aw. And yeah, the only time I made curry this whole trail was like my very first zero with one of my good friends, Kendra. She picked me up and took me back to her place in Asheville. And I made curry there and it was so nice. And now I haven't made any curry on any of my zeros. And I love making curry. So yeah, maybe I'll definitely, why not? I'll definitely share that at some point. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, are you planning to go back to the CDT this summer? Definitely to do some sections, but I'm not planning on doing like big sections this summer. Maybe the Colorado Trail this fall. I guess that's kind of a big section, but I need some decompressed time like to like be zen, not walking many hours of the day. Um, let's see. Let me see. I'm looking forward to hiking this upcoming week with a handicapable hiker for 3 or 4 nights. That sounds awesome. I hope that goes really well. I don't know if there was a question. When the questions pop up, I lose them if I'm not holding on to them. So then it's kind of like, because I'm doing all of it on my phone. So that's why this can look ridiculous, and I'm sorry. And I lose the questions. Do you have a recommended overnight hike? Okay. Do you have a recommended overnight hike for an alpine lake in Colorado? My daughter and I are headed to Colorado next week. Oh, that'll be so fun. Great job so far. Keep up the great work. Thank you. I don't have one for sure in Colorado. I remember, like, I haven't gone on an overnight backpacking trip in Colorado. Well, besides on the CDT. And I can't really think of, like, the lakes necessarily when I was, like, through hiking style hiking in Colorado. But I remember as a teenager hiking to Blue Lake. And I feel like we backpacked there. But there are so many. I'm sure you'll find something. What do you do for a living when you aren't hiking? I was teaching high school math, but I don't really want to do that anymore. So now I'm going to transition into other things. And we will see. Let me... how are you going to celebrate when you finish? What is the first thing you will do when you're done? Well, I think I'll probably cry a lot. I have mosquito bites on my ears and on my head and everywhere. So sorry I'm itching, but I'm really looking forward to just like celebrating in Maine. I think Leffy and I, and hopefully Coyote, if we can catch him in time, are just gonna like celebrate with some of Leffy's friend is picking him up and maybe me too. And we're all gonna celebrate together and just enjoy relaxing and just like, I kind of just like want to reminisce and laugh about all the different like things that happened on the trail and commiserate together, but also just like, I don't know, just be goofy and have fun and celebrate this crazy, crazy journey. It's finally starting to feel sad, like that it's going to be over. Because so far it's just been like, oh my goodness, I need this to be over because this is so hard every day. It's like, it's really, really hard. And I'm ready for it to be easy because I kind of like a slower pace of life. So this doesn't feel like a slow pace of life for me, even though I'm walking all day. It should be, but so, thank you guys for the encouragement. I'm going to cry with you. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be crazy. Oh, I'm not a fan of chemicals. Have you had to resort to repellent? Yes, like I had been I think there's been 2 days, the past 2 days actually that I was on trail were my first 2 days that I used bug repellent. I didn't use DEET, so that's good. I used like picaridin, and then I tried some like essential oils like kind, and then that wasn't really working. It has just been like it's been pretty bad. It's not been the worst I've ever seen, knock on wood, hopefully. It's like cooling down actually now, and so hopefully I'm hoping that it'll just be cool and cold. If it gets cold again, I will be so happy. Ah, um, because then there won't be any bugs. So I'm hoping it'll just stay cool and cold for the next 2 weeks, and we'll see, or 3 weeks. I don't know. Thank you. Um, let's see. Oh. What is your funniest memory or story from the trail? I'll have to think about that and get back to you. Maybe I'll like make a funny stories video. I don't know. It's just like random things make me laugh that I feel like aren't actually that funny. Um, so I'll think about it and I'll answer another time. Um, how are the knees? Kind of talked about that earlier, but they're doing better. Still swollen. Do you feel like you hiked too fast at times? I think it's hard to comment on, like to say for sure if I hiked too fast. I definitely think that pushing myself makes me feel more engaged in my through hike. It feels exciting. It feels like I'm like impressing myself. Not compared to anyone else, but just like myself. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe my body could handle this. Even if in the moment I'm like, this is terrible. Why did I choose to try to hike 30 miles today or whatever? But like in hindsight, it's like, whoa, like I hiked 30 miles. That's amazing. But it does feel like maybe I should have taken a 0 in Pennsylvania. I mean, not in Pennsylvania, but in the month of April, I took no zeros. So that kind of feels like it was probably a mistake because after that my knees got all swollen. But there were kind of quite a few compounding mistakes, like not getting new shoes. I wasn't using my poles. I like switched to using my hip belt after not using it. I don't know, just like many things were probably, and then it was also like Pennsylvania rocks, and I think I might have hyperextended my knees. So many things went wrong. So I can't say that like, well, it's because I was pushing too many miles that I hurt my knees for sure. But yeah, I do think slowing down, there's really, really beautiful parts of like, if I had a 6-month hike, like I think I would have a totally, totally different experience. And if I was gonna do it that way, I would definitely want to have like a set partner for sure, or like a tramily, you know, like I would really want to like make sure that like I found other people that were hiking like the whole time or most of the whole time, like for those 6 months, because that's like a really long time to be out here alone. I definitely feel like Coyote became my tramily. You know, like we hiked so many miles together. So thankful for his friendship, and now for Leffy too. It's been awesome having him back up here with us and everything. Um, so yeah. Um, let's see. Looking through all the questions, looking for another questions. Let's see. Hmm. Aw, thank you guys. I really appreciate your like support and encouragement and all of your questions and kind of engaging with me here tonight. I'm probably gonna wrap up soon. I just have a little bit more editing stuff to do and relaxing. So maybe any last minute questions for me? Oh, what was your scariest moment on trail? I think that like my one video that was like the title is like I met a creepy guy. That was probably my scariest just because like, this entire trail, I haven't really, like, had creepy moments with other people, and that feels yeah, that just felt like the most uncomfortable. But there's definitely been some, like I mean I haven't taken any really bad falls, but the rock walls that you have to climb up in the whites could definitely be pretty scary if you fell. Um, oh, we love Coyote and Leffy for popping up. Yay, me too. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for engaging in the videos and supporting me. I really appreciate it. Good luck to the end going forward and all the best. Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Um, I'm going to post this video as tomorrow's morning video. And so the next, like whatever day you guys are on will be the following day. But I really appreciate all of your questions and comments and everything. And I'll definitely, yeah, get back with you guys soon. And hopefully, maybe I'll do another live before the end of the trail, or we'll see. But yeah, thank you so much. Have a good night, everybody, or good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.